Hello, and welcome back to another Sudoku with Tsvetii. We have another hard puzzle for you today. Very quick here, we do see that one has to be there or there. We know one has to be over here in the corners. One of these over here, here, and not much else going for the ones, but that's fine. We'll go to our twos, which you know those will be on the corners. Two has to be here. Two just has to be there. So that'll mean two has to be, which means two has to be here, which means two is on over here. And I know that was very annoying because it started annoying me repeating the same phrase over and over again. I know, right? Let's see. We know three has to be over here. I'll go ahead and mark it down there for right now as we mark it over there. The three has to be one of those. Not much else going for threes. Only 1 4. You are hurting me. You are hurting me right now. Just this 1 4. But we have a 5 here, but 2 has to be over here. We know 5 just here. 5 is one of these. 5 is a middle right there. So we have solved most of our 5s, but we have not solved all of them. We know 6 has to be over here in the middle. We know 6 has to be 1 3. We know 6 is 1 4. That's not really nice to look at, but we'll just go ahead and mark it down for right now. 7s, we know middle. 7 is over here in the middle. 7 is over here. Not looking the prettiest just yet, but we will get there. Down because I get. Moving on to our 8s. Yeah, no, 8 has to be over there, so 8 there. Doing with that, unfortunately. It's just filling out a couple of spaces. Let's see. 9s. We have 2 9s, so we do know that has to be one of those numbers over there. Those. That's actually very nice to see there. Here somewhere. Much going for that, unfortunately. But can't complain. I mean, we do have 5, 7, and 9 all here, and we're missing 5, 7, and 9. And so the other one will be a 4. And mark right there. What are we missing? 4, 7, 8, 9, and this one as well. It can't be a 7, 8, or 9, so this have to be a 4. What is the other number we're missing over here? A 1. 1 just for safekeeping. Already solved a good little bit of this puzzle. Slowly picking apart the puzzle limb from limb. And seeing that this will be our 1, which means 1 is up there. There. And then 1 is right there. So we've solved all of our 1s. Looking pretty good now. Looking a little bit better than we did before. I think that is the main goal of this week is looking a little bit better or working on something to get a little bit better at something throughout the week as we continue on this path of life. We know 8 can touch there. Can't be there. So far we know 3 and 8 both could be there. And then we are missing a 6. We know 6. Okay. The prettiest way to get to it. We're missing 3 from this one. 3, 6. 6 can't be there. We are also 9. Can't be down. Not too bad. Let's go through and cycle through our time. We know 3. Nothing really we can solve with that 3 at all. So Fours. We just know four. Actually, four just has to be one of these two up here. We know fours. Fours over there. We have ugly for a second, but we'll mark them all down. We know five has to be there. These. Five is one. Six is one. Not much else doing with sixes. We just know six is in the middle right there. One of those two in the middle. Seven. One of these. This is 6 and 8. This can't be 8. And if that can't be 8, 8 can't be one of these three. There. 8 has to. We're also missing 3 and 6. But 6 has to be here. Can only be there, so this hat. 3. We know 4 has to be 1. 9 can technically be there, so we'll go ahead and mark them down. What is the other number? We are missing an 8. 8 is right there. Hodgepodge. 8 are both there. The other number we're missing. Then we are missing 4, 7. Because we can't technically verify that they can or cannot be there at this point. Going back to our 5s, we know 5 is one of these in the middle. We know 5's over there. We know 5 is up there. Oh, hello, Agatha. Good to see you here. Agatha has had plenty of treats today before you even question me. Plenty of treats. She is going feral. Her pops. I don't know if you heard them. They're like freeze-dried cat treats. Kiki won't eat them, but Agatha has been going sensational for them. She will freak out whenever you bring up the name. She will just like, if you put it like 2 feet away from her, like up, she'll like go up, grab the lollipop that it's attached to, and just eat it. It's very cute. Okay. Let's get back in focus. It was a good little time to take a beautiful gander at Agatha. She's always so pretty to look at. I had to take a big sip of water right there. I hadn't drinking water in a couple minutes there. But we do see we are just looking here for a solution, but we have not found one just yet. We are missing a 3 in here, but 3 can really be any of those 3, like excluding the one in the middle. Agatha, please do not drink. I know you see what Daddy does and want to do what Daddy does, but you cannot drink his water. Okay. Okay. It's 3, 4, 3, 4, 8, 9. Yes, but that has to be 3 and 8. Going. That's going. 8 can technically be here too. Mark it. Yeah, it's starting to look a little on the uglier side, but that's okay. Okay. Here we know 3. Here. What's going with the 3s? 4s are about the same. Still can't really do anything besides throwing a dart at the dartboard with them. We just know 4. There or there. 5s are about the same. Have them kind of limited down to a couple areas. 6s, we should have 6 and 8 have to be there. is or one of these three. And one of these four. I'll go ahead and mark them here. Already marked. Well, sevens we are down here. A 7 has to be one of those two. 3. 7's one of these. Not too bad, not too bad. Alrighty, moving on. We know 8 has to be here. 8 is over here. You know, 8 is one of these three, and then actually has to be here because 8 is blocked right there, and because 8 cannot be there, it can't be there. There, it has to be over here, and we know there, so there. Not bad, not bad. Okay. We have made a little bit of progress. Is always very motivating. Okay. 9s, still not much going on the 9s. Is okay. No 9 is one of these three, naturally one of these two. You know, those is just going to be a 4 or a 9. We know 9 is right there. Nine can technically be any of these three now. Actually, 9 has to be right here. I don't know what I was talking about right there. Y'all missing. We're missing 5, 7, 9 up here. We're missing what? 3, 4, 6, 8, 9. No 3. 2. The 3 can technically be down here. We are starting to reach an impasse here. Four has to be it. 5 has to be up. Here. Has to be here. Not much doing, unfortunately. 7 has to be one of those two, and then one of these three. One of these two, one of these three. Okay. Let's see. We actually know 8 has to be. That can only be a 3 or a 4. And this can only be a 4 or an 8. Right? I'm missing what? 3, 4, 8, 9? And 4 has to be over here. And if 9 has to be over here, we knew that that'll be 3. We're just looking for one of these dominoes to fall. And then we'll be golden. We were able to start cut down option 2. Was just from me probably going a little too fast, but that's okay. Sevens. What about sevens? Still not much doing. Not much doing. Okay, we are getting to the point where I just want to see if I'm doing everything right, and I am. So let's see, what are we missing? We have all of our 1s, 2s. 3 has to be 1. Have to be there. 8 and 9 have to be there. So 8 is one. It has to be one of these. Fours. Fours on the corners. On these opposite ends. 4. See a bunch of missing spots right here. And it'll be 3, 4, 6. Or 6. So not very helpful. But I just saw an empty space and just had to fill it in with some stuff. I think I'm missing here. Let's see. Four has to be up. Yeah, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. And 7, 8 there. So that. Okay. I think I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to get tired, but that is okay. We're our brain is starting to refuse to work, and that is just fine. Let's see if we can try to figure something out. If we just want to, like, for sake of argument, if we just want to say this is 7 and 9. Would that help us at all? We just know 9 is up there. There, but over there. Let's see. Yep, we were right. And that was just a pure guess. That had no educated guess in it. It was just going off vibes there. Goodness gracious. And if 3s are on the corner. And if, like, that logic, we believe these are both 7 and 9, this would have to be 8. That would have to be 6. This is 6. 6 down there. Well, we know there can only be the other option there. Before we start throwing haymakers, yeah, let's just make sure everything's right first. Hey, progress. Not the best kind there, but progress nevertheless. Oh, we just know 7 has to be there. 6, 7. It can technically be a 6. We can't pull the trigger on it just yet. Yeah, that'll be. This is just a 6. Goodness gracious. That's what we call falling asleep at the wheel there. That'll be 5. I was falling asleep there at the end. Apologize for that. Anyways, hope you have enjoyed the video and working on something difficult yourself. Remember, take care, stay safe, stay hydrated. I will catch you again tomorrow.